What do you think the difference is between EXP and Keller Williams, for argument's sake, in what you do, but why you can't hide the fact that you guys have taken off?
I think that I was able to tell the story that I had started a business from scratch and sold it to Connells, and no one else is able to tell that story anywhere in the industry that's running one of these businesses. So, with $5,000, 15 grand, that's right at the top. I had 5 grand, my business partner had 5, my other business partner had 5, so we had 15 grand. That's where the 15 grand came from. So I was able to tell that story. So I had some credibility. And I'm not saying that those at Keller Williams didn't have credibility, but, I think Ben was running the show at the time. I don't think he'd ever started a business from scratch.
No, he came out of the corporate world.
Yeah, so I don't think, even the guys at TA UK, they've started a business, but they had millions of pounds at their disposal on day one. That's not relevant. It's not relatable to an agent who's leaving their branch manager role to have nothing.
Yeah.
I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like with 5 grand to my name and my mortgage on the line, 2 kids and all the rest of it. Or no kids in 2006, but a BMW 1 Series and a girlfriend and a mortgage and all those things, and that you have to commit to. And I think that was very relatable. I think I was able to tell that story. I've had these failures, yes, but I'm the only person that's built a business from scratch with 5 grand of my own money to where I got to. So I think that was really relatable. And I think momentum is a huge thing. I also think timing. Timing is, one of the biggest plays one of the biggest parts in successful businesses. So, and you only get lucky with timing.
Yeah.
You look at Hatched, we were way too early. eMove way too early. Purple Brit's got the timing spot on, like perfect timing, perfect execution, but they had the money to execute.
Yeah.
But timing is one of the most important factors, and we got lucky with that. But then, as I say, having that relatable story and momentum can take you a long way. But getting the momentum in the first place is really hard.
And you got it year one. What's the point? What was the sweet spot when you feel like and I don't mean you're not working hard on momentum anymore, but I think there's a point where you can get to where the people around you are really, growing and building and growing and building. What sort of, when was that for you?
I don't know really. I'd probably say when it was I can't remember the call, but the first time that someone said, I'm not speaking to anyone else. I mean, I used to say when we first started to Olivia and Tori, who are my sort of right and left hand people, and I've worked with them for many years at Hatched and Easy Property as well. And I remember saying to them when we first started, because they were my first 2 hires, I said, I just want to be in the conversation up against Keller Williams.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care that we don't worry about signing up agents. Don't worry about anything. We just need to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
Because if I'm up against Keller Williams and one other that someone's talking to, same as evaluation, right?
Yeah,
when you start an estate agency business,
competition.
Your first thing should be, I want to be up against the biggest agent in town. I just want to be in that conversation, in that living room against those 2 other agents. It shouldn't be, I want 6 instructions or 10 sales or whatever it is. It should be, how do I get in that living room against those other 2 agents? And that was what I said to the guys, is how do I get in that conversation with Keller Williams and one another, whoever that might be. And so we started getting those conversations pretty quickly. Partly Keller Williams ballsed up there. They kept talking about us.
Yeah.
They kept talking about us.
You.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. And they would invite me on podcasts. They'd invite me on collaboration things. And I was like, yeah, I'll be on. And then I think they would expect me to invite them back. I'm like, no. Why would I give you airtime? I'll take the airtime from you. And it's just some crazy business decisions. And I got the whole collaboration thing. We should be working together, and which is what their sales pitch was and continues to be so. But no, they're competitors. I'm out to win. I'm not here to, play games and make friends with people.
Yeah.
I'm here to fucking win.
Yeah.
That's a mindset thing, which is probably one of my downfalls as well.
I don't think it is. I think that's clear. I think that's really clear, actually, looking back at it and watching it all sort of unfold. Because, I mean, what's Olivia and Tori's role around you?
Olivia's now head of growth and Tori's a head of ops for the UK.
And they worked with you before?
Yep.
So you knew your team around you. You had that ability to bring those people along with you. I mean, that must have been pretty important.
Yeah, vital. Yeah, Lauren as well, Kyla. We've got 4 or 5 that used to work with me at Hatched.
Nice.
So they know their roles. They know my standards. My standards are pretty ridiculously high, unachievably high, I think, sometimes, which is, again, is a fault and a positive. It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Give me an example of that.
I suppose to always remember that we're here for the agent, just that kind of thing, and to never veer away from that. That you should. One of my values is to be not to made look like a dick.
Yeah.
I hate being made to look like a dick. So therefore, we're all singing off the same hymn sheet. We're going back to people quickly. We respond to emails.
Yeah.
It's basic stuff, but those standards are not held very high in a lot of businesses, I don't think.
Yeah.
The way that we communicate with agents, the fact that we don't use the word real estate, and just stuff like that, little very tiny details that I get really irritated about if we break that or if we veer off course. Or like I refuse to call us a family.
Yeah.
We are not a family.
No.
We are work colleagues.
Yeah.
And we're a community of like-minded individuals. My family live in Hitchin, and that's who my family are. So as much as I love the agents, they're not my family.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. And so those things. So Olivia and Tori know that if there's any word from the marketing, let's say a new marketing person comes on board and decides to push out an email saying, "Welcome to the EXP family," for example, that will get shut down instantly. Like they know exactly where my thoughts are and that kind of thing. So it's great to have them around. Yeah, they're really, really critical.
And